What happened, bro?
I'm all good. I never punched him. I never hit him.
Yo, this was today, an hour or two ago. Where were you and what the heck did you see?
I had 11:45 private lesson here at the school, and I was in my truck talking to one of my neighbors across the street about to leave to the school. And out of my rearview mirror, and I don't live in the best area here in Santa Cruz, but in my rearview mirror, I just saw one of the many homeless people kind of walking around. And when we made eye contact, I saw that he had a big rock in his hand. And 2 seconds later, he just walked up the sidewalk a little more and just smashes one of the windows of a car. 2 seconds later, walks to the next car, smashes that window. I open the door. I'm like, dude, put the rock down, put it down. And then he goes into my apartment complex. So as I follow him in there, I'm like, dude, put the rock down. So now he turns around, he gets 5 feet from me, and then he just like about to just tuck it at my face. And I'm just kind of in my stance, you know? And after maybe about, I don't know, 45 seconds of that, he just chucks it at me. And I just go like haymaker to fence, but I just go like this. And then the rock hits me here. So then when I turn around, I just see him running away. So in my flip-flops, bro, I'm just running. And we go down the stairs, and by the time he sees that I'm like catching up to him, as he's kind of turning around like this, he's like, don't hit me. I'm able to like grab like over his head, and I just kind of snap him down. So now he's on his knees and his elbows. I'm in front, but I have a one arm in, one arm out. And I'm just kind of holding him here. And then believe it or not, the neighbor came and she's like, I have your bag. I have your phone. I was like, turn it on, film this, you know? Bro, I kid you not. I swear to God, I'm on it. And she's like, I don't know your code. So as I'm on it, I flipped over to his back and I had like an underhook. I go, give me the phone. I grab the phone, I turn it on, video, and I give it back to her. And right there is when she turns it on. I thought about like sinking my hooks in, but he was kind of like on all fours. But then, you know, he would kind of amp up and get a little angry. So I think as I had one underhook, it was almost like he was turtle. And I was like kind of like back turtle. And then, but then as I saw him amp up, I put a hook in and I just rolled him aside. And I did shoot in a choke. And I thought about like if I should put him out. I didn't really feel like that was necessary, but I would try to squeeze like one-handed rear naked choke, just like say calm down. As I had one underhook here and I saw that the choke wasn't really doing it and I wasn't going to commit to it, I went full Nelson. I don't know if you saw that. I went 2 hands behind the back, S-grip, and he was there.
Listen, the restraint was amazing, but to be honest, the fact that in the middle of the situation, you were in modified mount, I think you had twisting arm control, and you said,
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. We don't have to hurt anybody. Hold him down till the cops come.
Yeah.
Find a CTC in your area.
this is the first time ever someone has cut a promo from within an actual street fight for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. So for that, I thank you. And that was just incredible, bro. And I think that for those who don't know, Drew is one of our instructors at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Santa Cruz, the certified training center in Santa Cruz, California, with Stephen Walker. They do an amazing job. And Drew is a purple belt right now, right? But you started teaching Drew as a blue belt when you come through the instructor certification program. And I think a lot of people go, man, but blue belt, purple belt, should they even be teaching jiu-jitsu? So I wanted to give you a chance to speak on, like, you as someone who became a blue belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and then went through the instructor certification program. How was that at a rank where some people say, no, if you're not a black belt, you can't teach?
Well, first, I mean, when I first started, I was being taught by a blue belt because Steve was a blue belt. And just the way he was teaching our combatives curriculum, right? I knew that it wasn't like Steve was just pulling things out of the air and teaching me something called an elevator sweep. There was like a fundamental way he was doing it. And I was very drawn to that. I think that what I would say was like, what I just did today that you guys can see, if I could teach as a purple belt or even as a blue belt, if I could teach that to another person and they could accomplish what I did, the manner I did, is that a bad thing? And I truly believe that like that was done to me. There's that testament, like blue belt taught me, and then I'm doing that Sorfo. So how can that whole thing be a bad thing? Like, why do I have to have a black belt or a brown belt to teach a person to stay safe in their community and handle that type of interaction that I went through like that?
That's what it is. The amount of jiu-jitsu that someone needs to protect themselves in a street altercation, it's actually very little. Basic body controls, basic back mount, basic remount, twisting arm control, over under control, turtle control, the most basic control positions, and you were able to maintain there until the cops showed up. And then you were like, what do you want? Hands behind the back? I got you. Click, 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 click. And there's no shortage of people around the world right now who want to learn jiu-jitsu. And people who are not naturally athletic, strong, fast, coordinated, young, powerful, or even fighter mentality, just normal people. Certified Gracie Jiu-Jitsu training centers are for you if you're in that population. And the rest of you out there who love jiu-jitsu and who aspire to teach it one day, you can learn our basic curriculums, get certified, open a certified training center, or certify your existing school, and teach the 95%ers, everybody out there who wants to learn to stay safe and protect themselves and their families. Now, what everyone should know is we only certify one training center in each geographical community. In Santa Cruz, we have one certified training center, and Drew and Steve run the show there. So once a territory is occupied, that's it. And what we now have is an opportunity for what's called the Gracie University Territory Reservation Program, where someone can reserve a territory for up to 12 months while they learn the beginner curriculums, learn how to teach those curriculums, and then get certified in that during that 12-month period. And you reserve your territory the whole time so that someone else doesn't snatch it from you. So go to gracieuniversity.com/TRP, and you can submit a free inquiry to see if the territory is available. If it is, we can lock it up for you. If it isn't available, then that's kind of the end of the rainbow. But what you need to know is whether or not it's even available. Awesome, Drew. Well, thank you. Congratulations, man. Great work there. Your students are lucky to have you. We're lucky to have you on the team. We're taking over, you guys. And if you're out there and you're on the fence, time to get off the fence and get with the program. gracieuniversity.com/TRP. Check if your territory is available for free. And if it is, we'll be talking. Thanks, guys. See you, Drew.
All right. Be safe.